What's going on? Welcome to SPN Lineups featuring Philly D and Steve the Fantasy Assassin. Last year, NFL, we won a combined 5 GPPs. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter for the latest news, updates, and injuries at SPN Lineups. Today we're talking NHL, and for a limited time at the end of the show, we'll be giving away a free GPP tournament lineup for DraftKings and CryptoFantasySports.com, which is the site we're using. The salaries are the same. We like using this platform because there's more overlay, lower fees, and some scoring bonuses like power play points and plus minus. You can sign up using the links below for exclusive bonuses. Hey Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Philly. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. Enough with the intro. I'm excited to get this party started. Give us some updates.
All right. Well, a lot went on last night, and here's a couple guys that you really wanted to have in your lineup. First one would be Sam Reinhart for Buffalo. The Islanders are really bad now because Buffalo beat them 4-3, and Samson was a big part in that. After I heckled him incessantly on Tuesday when I went to the Sabres game, he responded by posting up a goal and 2 assists and a +2. Over in Philly, Claude Giroux had a goal and 2 assists, and Shane Gostisbehere, a.k.a. the Ghost Bear, he had 3 assists. Philly beat Montreal 5-3. Over on the West Coast, Joe Pavelski had 2 goals, and Brent Burns had 3 assists for the Sharks. But it wasn't enough. They fell to the Vegas Golden Knights, who are your Western Conference overlords right now. 1 point behind Tampa for the President's Trophy, and who would have thought at this point of the year? Then you got Vince Dunn over with the St. Louis Blues. He had 3 assists for what was definitely a career night for the 21-year-old D-man. And he's actually got 9 points in his last 10 games for the season, so he's on a bit of a tear. So with that, we lead off to the back-to-backs tonight. Now, normally you see a lot of opportunity in the back-to-backs because teams very fatigued after playing a game the night before. Tonight we've got the New York Islanders, the Calgary Flames, the Vancouver Canucks, St. Louis Blues, and the Dallas Stars, all playing the second game of a back-to-back tonight.
The New York Islanders defense, worst in the league, giving up 3.64 goals per game. Even worse on a back-to-back at 3.8 with a minus 1.4 goal differential. The rest of the teams have done pretty well on back-to-backs, so I don't see a whole lot of opportunity there. Isles are playing Detroit, who normally don't have the strongest offense, but will have a great shot to get on the score sheet tonight. So if you're normally fading the Red Wings, tonight's the night to sneak play them in. All right, Steve, who are you looking at tonight to be a hot shot?
Well, I mean, these are the guys that don't even need a good matchup to still be in your lineups. Some of them do, some of them might not, but we're going to start off with teams. We're going to go with Florida and Dallas. They've both won 4 straight, and they're both playing at home tonight. Dallas does have a tough matchup against Pittsburgh, but the Pens defense hasn't really been that great lately, so I expect a lot of goals in this game. Last I checked, the over-under for this game is at 6, and I really, really like the over bet. So getting on to the players, we got the man, Connor McDavid. You just saw him win the fastest skater competition. Nobody even wanted to sign up for it because he's just that fast. So he's got 13 points in his last 5 games. 7 goals, 6 assists. Any way you want to do it, he's doing it. But he even had a 4-goal effort against Tampa Bay. I mean, you knew it was just a matter of time before he took over, but he's red hot now. So he's playing against Anaheim tonight. They give up 17 goals in the last 4 games. And I mean, you can't really fault them. Their main goaltender, John Gibson's down. As far as I know, he's still out for tonight, but you may want to check on that. For the most part, they've been rolling with Ryan Miller. not really doing the job. So Connor McDavid, pretty much a lock tonight. We go down the list a little bit. You've got Evgeny Malkin, kind of in the same boat as McDavid. He's just a superstar. Maybe has had a little bit of a down season compared to what he normally puts up, but he is on fire right now. Last 5 games, 9 goals, 13 points. Rickard Rakell from Anaheim, he scored a goal against the Sabres in that game that I saw. Last 5, 9 points, 4 goals, 5 assists. He was also in the fastest skater competition with McDavid, so speed kills. Moving on, Phil Kessel. Again, a star like Malkin. You know, he's a name that you hear year in and year out. He's on a 10-point streak in his last 5. Now we go over to the goalies, and these are a couple names you might not really notice, especially Harry Sateri. I don't even know if I'm saying this guy's name right, to be honest with you. He's a 28-year-old rookie out of Finland, and he has just been on fire lately. So in the last 4 starts, he's got a 1.50 goals against average and a 950 save percentage. I mean, those are Vezina stats. We'll see if he can keep it up for the 5th game, but like I said before, Florida's coming off a 4-game win streak, so they're kind of on fire. They're holding them down. But then we've got Peter Mrazek. So that $7,000 price tag is so tempting because, you know, he's also having a really good run lately. 1.83 goals against average and a 940 save percentage in his last 5 starts. So I've talked enough. Phil, who you got tonight flying under the radar? We got to get some value picks up in here because I'm spending too much money.
Great info, Steve. And we have a lot to choose from tonight as far as value picks. And we're going to start it off with a bunch of centers. Brian Little, Winnipeg Jets, 4,600. Too talented for his price tag with big game potential. Next, we got Jake Ginsel for Pittsburgh, 4,100. Skating with Crosby now at a great price. We have Alex Iafallo, LA Kings, 3,800. We have JT Miller, New York Rangers, 3,600 on the first power play unit for the Rangers. We have Brock Nelson, New York Islanders, $3,500 on the second power play unit for the highest scoring team in the league. We have France Nielsen, or Franz, Detroit Red Wings, $3,400. Not on the power play, but hot lately with a great matchup. Ryan Strome, Edmonton Oilers, $3,400 on the power play with McDavid. Go over to left wing. We got Carl Hagelin, Pittsburgh Penguins, $3,300. He's been getting lots of even strength ice time skating with Malkin and Kessel, just not on the power play. Right wing we have Corey Perry, Anaheim Ducks, 5,000. He's hot, and he's hot in his last few games, about as cheap as he's ever going to be. Right wing Dustin Brown, LA Kings, 4,900. Another big name on a small hot streak, and great value. We have right wing Matt Zuccarello, New York Rangers, 4,800. First line on the Rangers power play. Consider pairing him with JT Miller. We have right wing Tom Wilson, Washington Capitals, 3,700. Skating on the first line with Ovechkin and Backstrom. Going over to defense, we got TJ Brody, Calgary Flames, 4,100. Great price for a veteran blue liner in his prime years. And heading towards his third 40-point season in the last 4 years. Defense, Vince Dunn, St. Louis Blues, 3,300. How does the 21-year-old follow up his career night? 45 points in the AHL last year as a 20-year-old rookie. Means he's got some talent. I'd take a flyer for this price. He's getting power play one time and about 20 minutes a game. Defense, Nicholas Cronwell, Detroit, 2,900. You're stuck with only 2,900. He's your guy. First power play line. How do you like them picks, buddy?
I think it's great. You got a ton of good values there. A ton of big names, too.
Okay, so as promised, for a limited time, we are giving away for free a GPP lineup. If you want to sign up for a free 7-day trial for our email blast, we'll be sending out lineups every day. Again, it's limited time, so make sure to take advantage of that. Hit us up at snllineups@gmail.com and build up that bankroll. All right, Steve, take it away.
All right, just throwing it out there. It's spnlineups@gmail.com. No biggie, but we, got to make sure you're sending it to the right place here.
Yeah.
But like Philly said, tonight we're giving you a free tournament lineup. And I just want to go over real quick. How does a tournament differ from head-to-head? In a tournament, you're kind of going for broke. You're trying to take really impact players with high potential as well as stacking lines. I mean, usually you stack in a tournament. You'll see later. Tonight we're not, but for good reason. For head-to-head, the strategy is a little different. You're kind of relying on a pure salary value, and it's really number crunching. You want to roll with a lot of consistent players. I mean, small stacks might be effective in a head-to-head, but usually stacks like 3, 4, or 5 guys, they put you in a pretty dire spot if the team just isn't clicking that night. And you could have the best lineup, and they just might be held off the score sheet that night. So, I mean, every night is different depending on the night slate. So that's why tonight's lineup is a little different from a normal tourney lineup. It is star-studded, but we're not going with anybody from the same team. So let's lead it off with the goalie. We got Mike Smith out of Calgary. I know I gave you some value picks before, but I'm going to pay up for Mike Smith just because other than a little blemish against Tampa Bay, he's been great over the last couple months. He passes the eye test every time I watch him, too. And like I told you before, we got a beast in the league. Connor McDavid. Can't really go against him at this point. And also at center, just because we're spending a little bit of money up front, we're going to go with Jake Gensel. Jake Gensel is going to be a very, very hot pick tonight because he is starting to skate with Crosby again. You all remember him from the playoffs last year, but he really has been kind of quiet this year. He also really hasn't had the most opportunity, so this is the night I think he takes it over. And at left wing, we're going to go spend some money again because it's a pretty shallow crop tonight. So we're going with Ovechkin. I mean, we're going to have Connor McDavid and Ovechkin in the same lineup. So looking good so far. And right wing, like Philly was talking about, we're going with Corey Perry. Scory Perry. He's actually back to his old ways. And at that price tag, he gives us a lot of flexibility for the rest. So tonight is a night where I'm not necessarily paying up for defense because there's a lot of really good names buried in the list. So the first one, TJ Brody, great. I mean, he's a guy that I think is great for both head-to-head and tournament lineups. He's got a little bit of both. And we're going to go with that 21-year-old rookie, Vince Dunn, see if he can cash in on that momentum. And $3,300 price tag really gives us some good options for the flex, which we are going to go back to the wing and another one of Philly's value picks. Pick Mr. Matt Zuccarello for the Rangers. And I'm going to throw in a personal homer pick. He hasn't necessarily been doing all that great lately, but I trust the talent on Brian Little. So we're going to round out our lineup. And you still got $400 left. So feel free to make any adjustments that you feel are necessary. But this is the experts lineup for tonight. Roll with it.
Thanks, Steve. A lot of star power in the lineup. I like it. All right, make sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at SPN Lineups. Did I get it right that time? I think
you got it right. And, this is our first run, so bear with us. But Take it away.
Check it out for the injuries, the news, the updates. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. Hit the subscribe button. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com and all the links below. Good luck, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you later, guys.